My name's Cain Leathem. I'm an exercise and nutrition consultant and also the owner-director of GB Fitness. We offer a range of services from personal training, from rehab. Personally, I work with Olympic athletes, rehabilitation, biomechanical assessments, but most people, general public, bit of fat loss, bit of muscle gain, just a bit of, kind of day-to-day enhancement. Offering also nutrition to complement that, and on the nutrition side of things I also offer clinical nutrition. So I do blood analysis. I'm a qualified phlebotomist, so we look at endocrinology, hormone imbalances, digestive disorders, allergies, intolerances, the differences between those. I'm a biomechanics trainer, so assessing how people move to make sure the training I prescribe is right, and putting the pieces together. I'm also an NLP master practitioner, so working on the behaviour that we get the things done that we put on paper. It's no point having a great training program or nutrition program if you don't work with the person's psychology. So I call it a picture of health, and putting the pieces of the jigsaw together that make that ultimate picture, and they create the picture. It's up to them what they want. A great body or a performance body, or just better vitality and internal health. So nutrition, exercise, mental well-being, and putting the pieces together and doing the correct assessments of such. Typical client of GB Fitness would basically be anyone and everyone. I work with international athletes through to people who are obese, to people who are recovering from accidents. Most of my client base, 75–80%, would be general public. Businessmen, businesswomen, housewives, guys who empty the bins, women who work in retail, general public. But I've also worked with a number of elite athletes, football players, rugby players, boxers, mixed martial artists, swimmers, a lot of track and field, bodybuilders, figure fitness. So to date I have 72 British champions, 14 world champions, and indeed 4 world record holders in various sports. So there's no typical GB Fitness clients. We're here for everyone. Why are we better than other companies? Well, we don't just do it, we live it. My wife, Claire, is she's a natural Miss Figure champion. She's pregnant at the moment. She's worked with a guy for the last 12 months for a TV program, which is going to be aired in January. And in less than 12 months, actually, he's lost 12 stone. Because we do the assessments, we put the pieces together. We listen. In our opinion, there's a reason we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we do more listening than we do ask questions. Because a question might lead to somebody rattling through half an hour of life story. And in there might be reasons why they're not achieving their goals from a psychological block point of view. So writing a program or a healthy nutrition program that a lot of trainers do isn't going to get the result. And then we actually teach others to be as professional as us. So the assessments, whether it's bloods or body composition or fitness testing, whatever it may be, I teach the students, be the difference that makes a difference. Go the extra mile, invest in the right equipment, invest in the right education. I've been in the industry 18 years, I'm still learning. I still did a course just 3 weeks ago, an advanced course at Loughborough Uni on biomechanics. You can't be arrogant enough to think you know it all. So I think we're better because we care, and we do as much as we can, and if we can't, we find the people that can. So I have a network of osteopaths and physios, massage therapists, psychologists who are friends and colleagues. I've studied with them, they've studied with me. So there's a real strong network of elite advice. The skill base that I bring to GB Fitness, and therefore to my trainees, because Monday to Friday I do the job. I work one-on-one with people. I do corporate health, so I go abroad and speak at business summer schools. So health within the workplace is a tag that a lot of people say that they do, but it's a chair massage or a talk on stress, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a market for that. Not many people can go in and give a professional presentation. I'm a professional speaker, I'm a member of the Professional Speaking Association, so how you project, how you speak to people, whether they've come from an emotional disaster, for instance, through to an Olympic athlete, through to a very demanding corporate, will be very different. And when I say I can do things like take bloods, and they look at me like, you're not a doctor, no, I'm not. I don't wish to be. I'm a specialist in what I do, and part of that is I'm a qualified phlebotomist. So to do the phlebotomy and assess blood works, to do the emotional counselling because I'm an NLP master practitioner, it's over and above what a lot of personal trainers, to be honest, would want to do. There's a lot of responsibility that come with those tasks. But that's what sets me and my students that study with GB Fitness apart. Within the fitness industry, there's a lot of training providers who give courses. I'm the only training provider in the UK that runs a international accredited qualification with a real exam, a real written exam. Every other training provider, and there's a market for them, is a multiple choice, tick the box quiz. And I've been in the industry a long time and nobody ever gives me a choice of answers when they ask me a question. They don't say, is it this, this, this? I mean, if I'm going to hire somebody, I want them to have the answer, not to look at it on a piece of paper and guess. My students know what they're talking about, and more importantly, the reasons behind what they're talking about, and therefore can change, articulate and mould it for the individual. So what makes us unique is we listen, we assess, and then we advise to a very high level.